Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Historic Challenges, and here we are for episode 3 of the modern era. We're here in 2011 now for Simoncelli's last minute pole. Thanks to two splendid years in the 250 class, winning as world champion in 2008 and third overall in 2009, Marco Simoncelli lands in Motogp with the Gresini team's Honda. To reap its speedy benefits, however, he must wait until 2011. In Catalonia, he immediately gets ahead, second in FB1 and 2, and third in FB3. However, he can't find his place in qualifying. After a tyre change in the final lap, the situation improves and Marco really goes for it. In the third sector of the track, he's 142 thousandths away from Casey Stoner. Then with splendid straights, he completes the lap with 16 thousandths of a second lead. It's his first MotoGP pole position. So we've got to do a 144.099. So there we go then in here at Catalonia. We've got to remember that it is the old circuit, so we'll have to take the old turn 10, because obviously it's from 2011. We better get used to riding this bike because it's the only bike we'll ride in the episode. They're all just a 2011 Honda. So as we go down towards turn 1 and hitting the brakes at the curb, the bike was not happy about that at all, was it? And I'm down. Right, I really should build myself more up for these before I start pushing, because look how cold the tyres are. And I'm obviously probably overstepping the mark with the brakes anyway. So we'll brake nice and early for this, and the bike was still all over the place then. I'm telling you, these bikes are a right handful. The 800s anyway are right handfuls. Through turn 3. Into turn 4 then. Oh, the rear's kicking out. Sliding the rear end there. Oh, tyre's really struggling for grip as we go into 5. Very easy to lose the front into 5, but luckily we're not pushing the front end too much. Out of 5, another Parts Europe sign as we go to, well, 6 is that little kink on the straight. Into 7 here. Ran a little wide through 7. Through 8. Up towards 9, but I've ran really, really wide into 9. Go down the straight then. We're towards turn 10. Got to remember we can brake obviously quite a bit later than we can normally. Although actually braking around the same point we would modern day was about right for this corner. Into turn 11 then. We're on a bit wide again. We're really struggling to get this bike stopped, and look at the tyre temperatures. They're insane. As we go into turn 12. Oh, off the track completely. That's probably going to ruin the lap. We'll find out. We're still got about 11 seconds as we're coming out the last corner, so we should be okay, really. As we come up towards the line then, what's the lap time going to be? 41, 42, so 142.7 there. Absolutely destroyed the lap. So we unlock Simoncelli, we unlock a dragon sticker, and we unlock an emoji as well, apparently. So we'll head back to the Historic Challenges menu, and we'll have a look at the next challenge. So here we are then, once again in 2011. From Ducati to Honda, Stoner stays fast. In the winter of 2011, after 5 years with Ducati, Casey Stoner comes to Honda. The Australian rider says he wants to follow in the footsteps of his countryman Mick Doohan. His start is phenomenal. He immediately takes the lead in the winter test at Sepang, where he breaks a track record. And things don't change in Qatar in the first GP of the year. The only one who can pose a threat in qualifying is his teammate Danny Pedrosa, but the Spanish rider only stays in front for 4 minutes. Stoner accelerates and records a stratospheric pole, 154.137, and sets 7 laps, and even with hard race tyres, under a 155. Classic domination there from Casey Stoner. So it says that he set a 154, but we only have to set a 56.5, so yeah, quite a bit off the pace there. Obviously you can get 54s pretty easily on the modern day bikes, but well, these bikes, well, they are quite far off the pace. I've said that now and I'll probably end up getting a 54, but whatever. So we go over the line, going down towards turn 1, hitting the brake. Oh no, I forgot about the cold tyres. So as we come up towards to start the lap once again, I find these qualifying ones can be very difficult because they expect you to go flat out immediately with literally no grip. I mean, I've gone off at the first corner. Because they want you to set obviously a lap, which I know they're not ridiculously fast, but they want you to set a relatively decent lap on tyres that are frozen. So you've got to push to heat them up, but then at the same time you also got to try and do the lap. It's just if you had an out lap, it would be easier, so you could obviously just warm up the tyres a bit before starting. We're going to turn 6. I've gone in too hot into there, I could tell that already. Well, we managed to keep it on the track, so it's not the end of the world, I suppose. Firing it out, bit of a wheelie, had to let off the throttle again. Obviously no anti-wheelie on these bikes, that's the thing they have removed. They do have engine braking and traction control though. Into turn 8. Into turn 9. Into turn 10 then. Not too much to say about this track really in general. Sliding it through 11 though, we actually get some heat in the tyres now. It's very weird on this game. You can go from one extreme to the other very, very fast, because we had absolutely frozen tyres that were impossible to ride with, and now we've got pretty badly overheated tyres within the space of a lap. It's quite crazy really. I hope that's kind of addressed a little bit from Motogp 20, which obviously is only 2 weeks till it comes out today. So hopefully it'll be a good game. And I can't keep on the track apparently. We go into the last corner, it's going to brake nice and early because I usually overshoot it anyway on the modern day bikes. So out the last corner, then out of turn 16 up towards the line. Yeah, don't think we'll be getting a 54. 51, 52, 53, 54. Yeah, it's a 55 I did, so I didn't quite make myself look like an idiot, but I did probably one of the worst laps you could possibly do. I was only 3/10 off, so it's not too bad. But we unlock Casey Stone and we unlock a dog sticker and then also another emoji. The stickers they give you in this game are so weird. I think those are the ones you put on the helmet and stuff, right? But I don't know why you'd ever want most of these. So we're back then in 2011, once again with Marco Simoncelli. So Simoncelli's great feat. Marco Simoncelli reaches his best MotoGP result at the Australia Grand Prix. The Phillip Island race is part of a process of continuous growth. In the previous 5 GPs, he gains 1 3rd place and 3 4th places. And the 2011 Australian GP, Sick, rides fast and makes no mistakes. For 22 laps in a row, he's behind only Casey Stoner, but is over 3 seconds ahead of Andrea Dovizioso. A downpour helps Dovizioso close the gap and pass his fellow countrymen. Then the rain stops, and Simoncelli regains 2nd place on the last lap. So then we've got to beat Dovi. How much have we got to beat him by? We've got to beat him by 3 points. Oh, we've got to pass him, and then beat him by 3.7. Hopefully that shouldn't be too difficult. So then it gives us control at MG. Hopefully the game doesn't do that thing qualifying where it just throws you off. We've got to try and, obviously we've got to catch Dovi. Stoner's still on 41. We're about to pass Dovi already. He's not really getting on the power at the last corner. So we overtook him before even starting the lap. How far is Stoner in front? 9 seconds. We're not going to catch Casey, I don't think. Unless we put in some mad lap, but yeah, I don't think we're going to gain 9 seconds on him. And we've only got to gain 3.7 on Dovi. So we're obviously back up into 2nd through the southern loop. Tyres, we've got to temperature fairly quickly, so I'm quite comfortable with that. Although we're only 6.5 seconds behind him, it's only been a sector. We'll have a look, we've got to see if we can catch him. I've broke way too late for this corner. Yeah, I broke at the modern day braking point. So nice to just sort of swap into autopilot, brake at the modern day. And to be honest, that's one of the main differences between the bikes. Straight line speed wise, are not too far off, but the brakes are so much worse. And obviously they're wheelie a lot more as well. We're only 3.7 seconds behind. We've been taking about 3 seconds to sector out. Could we have a go at trying to beat Casey Stoner here? We're completely missing the objective of the challenge, which is to beat Dovi. But can we get a win in Simoncelli's last ever race? Oh, 1.7 seconds. Yeah, I don't think it's going to quite be enough. We got pretty close to him. With maybe a couple less mistakes, we would have got him. But this is where obviously we caught up to Dovi a lot last time. Oh, we actually are catching Stoner. Oh, we've hit him. We've gone past him. We've gone past Stoner. We're actually going to beat Stoner here. So up towards the line then. 127 is actually not a bad lap considering what bike we're on. And yeah, there we go. So final place, we got 1st. We beat him by 8.7 seconds. We absolutely dominated him there. So we've unlocked the Grassini Honda from 2011. We've got another Dragon sticker. And then, again, another really weird emoji face sticker. These are such weird prizes, for doing these challenges. It's very, very strange. But anyway, we'll head back to the menu and we'll have a look at the last challenge of the episode. So we're back in the menu now then, and once again we're here obviously for 2011, but actually at the same track as well. So we're actually at Phillip Island. So 2011, Stoner unrivaled in Australia. When talking about Phillip Island, thoughts inevitably turn to Casey Stoner, and not because he's racing at home, but because of his unrivaled speed on the track by the Pacific Ocean. His trajectories on these bends are almost inimitable for his rivals, starting at turn 3, which he tackles in 5th gear at almost full speed. This is also demonstrated in the 2011 Australian GP qualifying session, in which he tackles his Honda with 473 thousandths of a second gap over the first of his pursuers, Jorge Lorenzo. To be honest, Stoner shows everyone up with all 5 fastest laps in the test. Amazing. That was one of the strangest, you know, the ones that was worded the strangest. I mean, I don't even know what inimitable, is that what the word is? I wasn't even sure, to be honest. I have found doing this series that some of these are worded just, I don't know why everyone else thinks it's like native English speaking, but it just doesn't quite flow right for me, but oh well. It could just be me being stupid. But anyway, we've got to do a 29.5, which we beat in the Simoncelli challenge, so hopefully we'll be able to do that here as well. So then obviously we're spawned at the same point in the track, but I think this episode probably shows, again like one of the other ones did in the dawn of MotoGP, sort of one of my main gripes with it. Obviously I know I always go on about how the AI are too easy and you have to beat them by a ridiculous amount instead of just beating them, but half the challenges are the same. That's the problem. Like, there's literally 2 challenges at the same bike, same track, straight after each other. And yeah, I mean, yeah, one's a race and one's 1 lap, but you get 1 lap in that race and you pass him before you even start the lap. So it basically was just a time trial, just Stoner got him away at the last corner. That was basically the only difference. It's like the, it was at Motogp, wasn't it, where there was one way to be Ukawa and one way to be Kato, I think. And they were just the same challenge, because they were literally the same bike, just a different team. But it's just the same bike with a different colour scheme. But the challenge other than that was the same, which is a little bit weird. Obviously every single one has been the 2011 Honda as well in this episode. And I think next it'll just be 2013 bikes, I think, for the rest of it. But I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to have a look at that. In the next episode, of course, which will be the final episode of the modern era, and then we'll move on to the Great Rivalries. I think that's what it's called. Oh no, I've crashed! Oh, you're joking me. Well, we'll see. I'm so annoyed. Right, so I don't want to show the entire lap again, so we'll just cut to where we were before, so you get to see the last couple of corners on this lap, which I think might actually be slightly better, but we'll see. Well, I did carry on that previous lap, and we almost did it still, but I was just a little bit out, I think, so I just restarted and went again. So we got towards the line then. What's it going to be? 126.7, pretty decent lap there, so we unlock the 2011 Repsol on the team. Another couple of weird stickers. I don't really get the whole thing with the stickers. They are not, you know, I don't feel exactly rewarded unlocking them, but, you know, whatever, I suppose. But if you have enjoyed that episode of the Historic Challenges, obviously that is the 3rd out of 4 episodes in the modern era. We've managed to do a lot of 2011 challenges in this one, a lot of 2011 Honda challenges as well. But like I said, I hope you did enjoy that one. I hope you're all staying safe, and I shall see you in the next video.